Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier here. I have an interesting game for you from PO just a couple of hours ago. And because it is a PO game, there's no real team preview, so I made one for you guys because I'm so thoughtful and it wasn't really that hard. Looking at my team, it is a team from 2011. I can link the RMT. I've had this saved on PO, on my account, for about 2 years. It was from May 2011, and I really wanted to try it out. It's a really old Sun team. It's actually been updated since I downloaded it last and imported it, but this version is really fun to use. It uses a couple of, what is that thing called? Healing Wish users. It uses 2 of them, and it supports Ninetales, and it's a really cool Ninetales set, as you can see. Anyway, his team, it has some threats, it has some weird Alomomolas, but other than that, it isn't unhorrible. Like, it's standard enough. Anyway, leading off here, we have a first turn White Wolfos, which is my Ninetales, versus Chandelure matchup. I know Chandelure is going to be a big threat, so I'm just going to go right into my Bandit Snorlax, which is also a thick, fat Pokemon, which is like this team's Fire Resist, and I'm just going to kill him with a Pursuit. And I'm like, no way, you're not going to SD. You're not going to SD on turn 2, are you? And he actually does, and this Ninetales is really awesome. It is Overheat. You'll see this set. It is Overheat, Safeguard, Will-O-Wisp, and you're about to see the move. It's escaping me. Power Swap. Basically, you trade boosts. My -2, my -2, I trade with his. So I get all of his boosts, he gets all of my boosts, and because of that, I give him -2, and I get neutral, and his Skull does nothing. Then I set up a Safeguard the next turn, expecting a Toxic. Instead, he just goes for a Wish, and I Will-O-Wisp on his switch. He happens to go to Latios, and I'm like, well, I have a Jirachi. I should be able to take a Draco Meteor. Nope. This Jirachi is really interesting. It is Iron Head, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Healing Wish. Healing Wish is basically like a full restore, and it might not be as amazing as this guy makes it out to be in the RMT, but it certainly is an interesting move, and it's fun using this team, put it that way. I'm gonna go for the Fire Punch, predicting the Scizor or Ferrothorn the Ferrothorn coming in. Scizor's dead. Unfortunately, he has a Rocky Helm and a Lomomola, and he's just gonna go for a Wish as I go out into my Lilligant, and this thing is more of a support Lilligant, HP, Rock, Leaf Storm, Sleep Powder, and Healing Wish. And I'm gonna go for Leaf Storm. I'm like, sweet, Latios is almost dead. Oh, Wish, sweet, it's back up at 87%, crap. So I'm gonna be forced to switch out into Jirachi and just sack it. That Draco Mist did not matter at all, because he's just gonna kill me off next turn, and this allows me to bring in Snorlax and be like, hey you, I don't like you around these parts anymore, you're going to die. I highly doubt a -2 Draco Meteor would have killed a Snorlax, and Snorlax doesn't do anything the rest of the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter the Mist there. Because it wouldn't have killed, basically. Anyway, he's gonna go for a Toxic as I switch out into Lilligant, just wanting to threaten him out. Predicting the Ferrothorn to come in, I go for Sleep Powder, not Leaf Storm, but he stays in, and I put to sleep the Alomomola. And because this Alomomola is fast asleep, I'm gonna be able to switch out into my Ninetales. Set up a Safeguard, so that if he does wake up that turn, he can go for the Toxic. I'm gonna go for the Overheat, because I figured in Sun it should still do a decent amount. And now I'm gonna Power Swap on whatever wants to come in, and here, have this. And frickin' Tornadus Thunderous T comes in, and now it's at -2, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is too wonderful to not show you guys. Because now T-Bolt's gonna do next to nothing, and I can kill it with a neutral Overheat, because I took it. It works so well. It's just so much fun to play around with, and like I said, I'll leave the RMT down in the description. Now I Power Swap back, and now he has the -2. Safeguard prevents Toxic from working. I go for another Safeguard because it wears out that turn. This is a very interesting turn. The Safeguard activates, showing that I would have been burned that turn from the Scald, which is really interesting. It's something you normally wouldn't see. On top of that, I'm a Fire type, which means that the check for burn happens before the check for if it's a Fire type, which I found kind of interesting. That's how Pokemon works, I guess. Either way, I'm just going to burn it, get off some residual damage, and he does nothing with the Scald, because he's in Sun, and he's at -2. And here I'm just going to switch out into my Lilligant and just kill him off with Leaf Storm, because I'm sick and tired of this damn Alomomola. As he goes out into Ferrothorn, I'm going to miss the Sleep Powder as he fails on the Thunder Wave, predicting me to switch out to something, but at this point it's basically game over. I can Healing Wish, and at the end of the turn you get to bring in your thing completely safely, and that's going to finish it off with a full HP Ninetales Overheat. This team is a ton of fun to use, guys. Like I said for the 3rd time, I will leave the link to the updated RMT in the description. It is from a hella long time ago, but it's just as fun as ever to use. My PO account is anti-ladder a little bit, which means I deliberately lose to get back into the weaker opponents, the times of the past. I've explained this all in a different video. I guess I can link that down below as well. It'll be the second link. Anyway, as for me for now, that is the game, so I hope you enjoyed. Later, guys.